When your audience thinks your presentation is coming to an end, they will sit up and pay more attention. This is your opportunity to summarise and drive home your key points, and also to ask the audience to take some kind of action. So the first step in closing strongly is to signal to your audience that the presentation is actually coming to an end. And there are some really cool ways to do this that are fresh and new. Here are a couple of examples that you can use. And one last thing. So now I have one last thought. I want to leave you with this last message. So why would you leave here and do something different? If there's one takeaway from this talk, I'll leave you with this. These are better than saying in summary or some other old overused technique, and they clearly signal that you're coming to an end. The next thing to do is to make a catchy summary of your key points. These are the things you want your audience to actually remember. I suggest you write these out and use the Reading Ease tool and some of the ideas that we talked about in leveraging language to make this easy to understand and memorable. Now, one technique you use when making your summary is to refer back to a point that they already remember. In the fitness example, I made the point that food is 80% of fitness. So I could close now with something like, now that you know fitness is more than just exercise, here are 3 things you can do to boost your efforts. And you then go on to close your 3 points about fitness strategies. Next and finally, and that may be a signal that this video is coming to an end, there is one last thing to include in your closing, and it's the call to action. But the biggest mistake I've seen is asking people to take action that's too hard to do. So whatever you're asking your audience to do, make it something easy that they can do with very little effort, and if possible, they can do right away. In our fitness example, our goal was to have people sign up at the gym. If our call to action was to ask them to call us later, that's just too hard. They have to remember to call us, they have to find your number, then they need to find time to actually call. It would be much easier to ask them to text you while they're in the presentation, register at the door, or just come and see you at the end of the presentation and you could help them right then. The key is to choose the right call to action, a simple first step that'll make it easy for your audience to take. So there are 3 steps to closing strongly. Signal to your audience that the presentation is coming to an end, summarise your key messages, and make it super easy for your audience to take action. So I hope that you have fun closing your presentations. Go ahead and try and write your close now.